In 1977, Bing Crosby's Merry Old Christmas TV special was the talk of the town. It was on that TV show that a beloved yet worn Christmas carol was given a somewhat modern spin and gained a new life. All because the show's producers had an epiphany of sorts and invited a pop star to collaborate with Bing. Of course, I'm speaking of the amazing David Bowie and a song called The Little Drummer Boy. The concept of the special was Crosby is invited by a relative to spend Christmas in England. The relative's neighbor just happens to be David Bowie, who occasionally pops over to play the piano. Bing and David enjoy some small talk and then decide to sing a song together, resulting in the new improved Little Drummer Boy. The song would never be the same again, and from that moment on, would forever be known as Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy. Unfortunately, I can't show you the clip of the song because the Bing Crosby estate would have this video taken down immediately. So I'm putting a link to their video in the description below in case you haven't seen it yet. I'm also putting the links to our Patreon and our merch shop if you're interested in helping support the Curious History channel. And if you would please subscribe and hit the notification bell, I'd really appreciate your support. I was talking with Megan when I was researching the content for this video when I realized she knew nothing about Bing Crosby. Then when I found out that she only knew about David Bowie because of his role in the movie Labyrinth and the song Under Pressure that he recorded with Queen, it became obvious that I should probably share a brief overview of these two entertainment icons. Harry Lillis Bing Crosby Jr. was an American singer, actor, television producer, television and radio personality, and businessman. Known as the world's first multimedia star, he was one of the most popular and influential musical artists of the 20th century. He made over 70 feature films and recorded more than 1,600 songs, including the best-selling single of all time, White Christmas, which sold over 50 million physical copies. See, you knew about Bing Crosby even when you thought you didn't. Young Mr. Crosby was given the name Bing by a neighbor sometime around the year 1910. She nicknamed him Bingo from Bingville after a comic feature called The Bingville Bugle, which young Harry liked. In time, Bingo naturally got shortened to Bing. David Robert Jones was an English singer, songwriter, musician, and actor. A leading figure in the music industry, he is regarded as one of the most influential musicians of the 20th century. His career was marked by reinvention and visual presentation, and his music and stagecraft had a significant impact on popular music. His role as Jareth, also known as the Goblin King in the 1986 movie Labyrinth, is revered to this day. The movie itself is a cult classic, and his musical catalog contains some of the best-selling records of all time, including Let's Dance, Fame, Space Oddity, and, of course, Under Pressure. As young Mr. Jones began his career in the entertainment industry in the mid-1960s, he changed his last name to avoid being confused with Davy Jones of the Monkees. He chose the name Bowie after the 19th century American pioneer James Bowie and the knife he had popularized. Musically, these two icons seemed worlds apart, Bing the crooner and David the glam rock superstar. But when they came together to sing The Little Drummer Boy, something miraculous occurred. Not only was the song fantastic, but it also created a common ground that would bring two philosophically different generations together. The Little Drummer Boy, originally called Carol of the Drum, was written by American composer and educator Catherine Davis in 1941. It didn't gain mainstream momentum until 1951, when the Trapp Family Singers recorded the song and it pa-rum-pa-pum-pummed all the way into a pop culture Christmas classic. As with any song, it had its time in the spotlight and then faded into just another Christmas standard, until it was miraculously resurrected in the Bing Crosby Christmas special. But the resurrection almost didn't happen. After more than a decade as glam rock space oddity, David Bowie was trying to reinvent his image and become more mainstream. Bowie decided to extensively promote his 12th studio album Heroes, released on October 1977. On September 11th, Bowie traveled to the ATV Elstree Studios near London to record an appearance on the Bing Crosby television special. Bowie's agreement to perform on the special was to record a duet with Crosby. Bing's daughter Mary Crosby remembered Bowie's arriving on the set saying, "The doors opened and David walked in with his wife. They were both wearing full-length mink coats. They have matching full makeup, and their hair was bright red. We were thinking, oh my God." Bing's son Nathaniel Crosby added, "It almost didn't happen. I think the producers told him to take the lipstick off and take the earring out. It was just incredible to see the contrast." On top of all that, Bowie hated the song Little Drummer Boy. According to reports, Bowie found out what song producers had planned, walked into the taping, and asked if there was something else he could sing. It was at that point that three men who were working on the special decided to write a counterpoint tune to the song in hopes it would help appease Bowie's needs. The men spent 75 minutes working up the tune. Bowie and Crosby perfected the new song in less than an hour. Watching in the wings, the Crosby kids noticed a transformation. Mary Crosby recalled, "They sat at the piano and David was a little nervous. Dad realized David was this amazing musician, and David realized Dad was an amazing musician also. You could see them both collectively relax, and then magic was made." Following the taping, Crosby praised Bowie, calling him a clean-cut kid and a real fine asset to the show. "He sings well, has a great voice, and reads lines well." While Bowie considered the recording his most bizarre experience. Somewhat high praise from someone whose art stemmed at times from the bizarre. But what was the catalyst that brought these two musical icons together? It was, of course, the show's producers. Gary Smith and Dwight Hemian produced countless award-winning television programs and specials, including taped concerts for Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand, as well as Elvis Presley's final special, Elvis in Concert. They admitted that the pairing of Crosby and Bowie was more about looking for demographics than anything else. In an interview with Billboard in 1978, Smith recalled pairing the duo, saying, quote, "Many people, I'm afraid, felt it really stuck out, felt out of place. But you don't book somebody for what they do and then not let them do what they do. You can't manipulate talent that much." End quote. The TV special would prove to be Crosby's final ever TV performance. 5 weeks after recording with Bowie, Crosby died from a heart attack after spending the day playing golf. The Christmas special aired posthumously in the U.S. at the end of November and on Christmas Eve in England. Collaborating with Bowie, merging two different generations in the name of Christmas, was an almost perfect way for Crosby to have his last hurrah. Following the special's broadcast during the 1977 holiday season, Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy went unavailable for many years. In fact, there was never a plan to release the song as a single, and as such, the original 16-track master tape of the recording was erased. Luckily, video footage and a mix of the song where Bowie and Crosby's vocals were picked up by a boom mic still existed. In 1981, MTV launched their network without an abundance of holiday material. So when Christmas time arrived, the network naturally started playing the duet, leading RCA to issue an official release in 1982. But for some reason, Bowie was annoyed with that move, which soon led to his departure from the label. Still, it was a high-charting single for Bowie, reaching number 3 in both UK and German charts, becoming one of the best-selling singles of his career, and was Crosby's final popular hit, with a total estimated sales of over 400,000 in the UK alone. The song has since become a Christmas classic in the United States, Canada, and the UK, and has been referred to as one of the most successful duets in Christmas music history. For me, the song is not only a great musical rendition, but it proves that people have more common ground than they would think, and that music can be a catalyst to unite and heal a world that is very much in need of healing. It seems the lyrics written in 1977 ring as true today as they did then. Peace on earth, can it be? Years from now, perhaps we'll see. See the day of glory, see the day when men of good will live in peace again. Peace on earth, can it be? Can it be? Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time as we explore more curious history. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.